had 1,000 chances to speak, but silence said it all. The room is quiet, but my heart is loud. Every word you never said is screaming now. I read between the lines you left behind, trying to make sense of what was on your mind. You looked at me like something changed, like love had slowly slipped away. I asked you once, you smiled instead, and left me guessing what you never said. We shared a bed, but not the truth. We shared the nights, but not the proof. I waited for your honesty, but silence was your answer to me. If you were already gone inside, why did you stay by my side? The words you never said still echo in my head. Every I love you that you kept inside still keeps me up at night. I would have thought I would have stayed if I had known what you were afraid to say. Now I'm left with all the pain of the words you never said. You said I'm fine, a little too fast, like you were hiding from the past. Your touch felt cold, your eyes looked tired, like your heart had already retired. I replay moments over time, searching for a hidden sign. But love can't live on second guesses or survive on half confessions. If you were scared of losing me, why did you let me believe the words you never said are heavier than regret? Every truth you buried deep is the reason I can't sleep. I would have listened, I would have tried, if you would let the truth collide. Now all that's left is this instead, the words you never said. Some goodbyes don't sound like goodbye, they sound like silence side by side. You didn't leave, you didn't stay, you just slowly faded away. I don't hate you, that's the worst. It means I still feel every hurt, because loving you was real to me, even if you never spoke honestly. The words you never said will always haunt what we had, not because you didn't care, but because you never dared. My heart is tired. Some love stories end in fire. Ours just ended in the words you never said. The same old streets again, the ones we filled with quiet dreams. Your laughter lives in every turn, your shadow sewn into the seams. I passed the bench where you once cried, where I swore I'd never let you break. Funny how the things we hold are the first things time will take. Your name still clings to evening air like something I forgot to breathe. Even now I feel you here in every cold and aching breeze. Every corner holds a memory, every step feels like a wound. And though you left without a sound, the silence still remembers. Reflections of your smile in puddles shimmering with gold, like the universe is mocking me with pieces of a love gone cold. The cafe windows still recall the nights we tried to heal the past. We said forever softly then, not knowing forever doesn't last. Your chair remains exactly there, die in empty rooms. Still I trace your memory slow, like touching long forgotten blues. In the place we once loved, I still wait though the seasons change. In the place we once loved, I still break in the very same way. Your absence screams in every wall, your shadow stretches dark and tall, but here I stand despite it all, in the place we once loved. Tell myself to let you go, but letting go is never kind. How do you free your haunted heart from ghosts it chooses to rewind? If love was meant to fade with time, then why are you still holding me? Why do memories feel more real than everything I I try to be in the place we once loved. I swear I hear you call my name. In the place we once loved, nothing feels quite the same. If the past is all I have of you, then I'll return like morning dew, always falling, always true, to the place we once loved. Some love doesn't leave, it waits in the place. I walk these empty streets again. The rain feels colder than before. Your shadow lingers in the lights, a ghost behind a closing door. I trace the moments we once held, the warmth that slowly turned to stone, and every truth we left unsaid now cuts deeper than the ones we've known. You were silence wrapped in sunlight, a story trembling in your eyes, and I kept waiting for the answer that your heartbeat never tried. The things you the words I carry everywhere, the promises you never spoke still echo in the midnight air. Your quiet left a louder scar than anything your voice could have been. The things you never said are the places where I believe. I held your laugh like fragile glass, afraid one touch would let it break. You held your sadness like a shield, hiding what your soul couldn't take. We loved in ways we never named, the language meant for broken hearts. And even now I read the silence in all the places we fell apart. I never asked the final question, you never gave the final truth. We let the quiet drown the fire until it swallowed me The truth you never dare to speak still keeps my broken heart unbound. The things you never said are the storms I still survive. You left without a final breath, but your silence stayed alive. I read the truth between your tears, the ones you never let me see. The things you never said are the parts you kept from me. Clean electric guitar fading with rain, and maybe in another world you'd speak the words you kept instead. But all I have to hold tonight are the things you never said. The night is heavy with the things we never learned to say. Your shadow lingers softly in the corners of my day. The streets reflect the memories we tried so hard to hide, but every drop of rain becomes the truth we kept inside. I walk the path we used to take, the city breathing slow. I whisper to the silence all the words you'll never know. I try to leave the pieces of your voice behind my door, but echoes slip through every crack, they haunt me even more. The sound of our unfinished goodbye, still trembling like a heartbeat in the night. You left, but every silence feels alive, a memory that refuses just to die. No matter how I try to let you fade, your name keeps burning through the sky. The sound of our unfinished goodbye. Your footsteps on the pavement still wander through my mind. I search for them in places where your warmth is hard to find. Your laughter flickers faintly like a candle losing light, but even fading slowly, it still glows against the night. I keep replaying moments that were never meant to end. You were my almost, my heartbreak, my once and never friend. If healing means forgetting you, my heart won't play along. Some memories feel safer than admitting we were wrong. The sound of our unfinished goodbye, still bleeding through the quiet when I try to chase the ghosts you left behind my eyes. goodbye. And maybe in another life we'd finally learn to stay. Maybe love would find a way to pull us from the fray. But in this world of almost, you slipped right through my hands, leaving only broken sentences and dreams without an end. Tell me, how do I move forward when the past still breathes like this? How do I bury something that still asks for one last kiss? The sound of our unfinished goodbye still echoes every time I close my eyes. You're gone, but all the pieces you left behind still shape the way I hurt, the way I try. If silence has a voice, it sounds like you. Soft, unspoken, painfully true. The sound of our unfinished goodbye. I walk beneath the quiet sky, still hearing you, still holding you inside the sound of our unfinished goodbye. These are the letters I never sent. Your name still bleeds through every line. I wrote your name on paper hearts, hid them deep where no one sees. Every word became a memory, every breath a silent plea. I tried to bury all the pages, but ink remembers more than skin. And every night I touch the box where all our ghosts still live within. Our folded worlds we never lived, in envelopes of broken time. And every tear that stained the line still whispers that you're still mine. I keep pretending I've moved on, but the past won't let me be. The truth is written everywhere, in the parts you stole from me. These are the letters I never sent, every word drenched in regret, every moment I I still love you with no intent. I wrote you back on stormy nights when loneliness kept pacing floors. I told you truths you'll never hear in ink that trembled at the core. I wrote of how your laughter stayed long after you had walked away. How even now I hear your voice in quiet things the night would say. I wrote of hands that didn't hold and chances we could not reclaim, of every dream we let collapse and every kiss that died unnamed. Some words were bleeding honesty, some words were lies I wished were true, but every line came back to this: my heart still breaks for you. These are the letters I never sent, kept in a box beneath my bed. Every one a burning ache, every one a tear unshed. If loving you was punishment, then hurt became my testament. These letters I never sent were the truest words I ever meant. I tried to write an ending once, but endings never stay. The heart repeats its tragedies in words it can't betray. So here I am still writing you, years after you've gone blind. Maybe the reason I can't forget is because you never left my mind. If time could turn these pages back, I'd mail them all and let you see how every version of my life was somehow tied to you plus me. These are the letters I never sent, every line a quiet scream, every hope I hid away, every half-forgotten dream. Though life moves on and hearts relent, my soul stays lost in your descent. These letters I never sent are the only place you'll ever left. Maybe someday I'll let them burn, but tonight I'm writing you again. The lights feel different on these streets, like winter knows your name. Every breath turns into silence, every night feels the same. I thought time would warm the spaces where your voice used to be. But the colder it gets outside, the colder it gets in me. It's cold without you. Even when the world's still moving on, I walk past places we once stood, windows glowing soft and low, couples laughing under winter lights, like love is easy, like they don't know. I keep my hands inside my pockets, pretend I don't feel the ache. I learned how to look unaffected when my heart slowly breaks. You said the cold would pass with time, that distance wouldn't last, but every step away from you just freezes the past. It's cold without you. Colder than I thought it'd be. I wrap my arms around the silence where your warmth used to meet me. I don't blame the winter nights or the empty streets I roam. It's cold without you. Everywhere feels like snow. I still hear your laugh in crowded rooms, even when you're not around. I see your shadow in passing faces, then it disappears without a sound. I try replacing memories with noise, with lights, with crowded views, but nothing fills the space you left. Nothing warms the truth. Tell me, when did missing you start feeling this real? I thought loving you was the hard part. Learning to let go is colder still. It's cold without you. Even under neon lights, I stand still while the city moves. Every lonely winter night, I don't need you to come back. I don't need the truth you knew. I just need to learn how to breathe in the cold without you. Some people leave like falling snow, quiet, gentle, hard to blame. They melt away without a sound, but leave the cold the same. I don't hate you for choosing you. I just wish you'd known when you walked away. It's cold without you, but I'm learning how to stand. I won't freeze in the memory of who I used to be back then. Winter doesn't last forever. Even hearts learn how to move. It's still cold without you, but I'm warmer than I used to. So if you ever feel this winter creeping into what you knew, remember this: the cold will pass, even without you. I walk through every yesterday like it happened just tonight. Your laughter in the hallway still flickers like a light. The spaces where you used to breathe are still warmer than the rest. And even though you're gone for real, your heartbeat never left. I dust the frames of memories, but dust returns again. They always find a way to show the place where we began. I've told myself 1,000 times that love will fade someday, but every time I try to heal, you stand in my way. Eternal memory, you're the fire that time could not undo. Every sunrise, every dream finds a way to bring me back to you. You're the part of me that never leaves, the ache that still rings true. Eternal memory, nothing ends where it began with you. I still find pieces of you in places you've never been. The echo of your voice appears in the quiet within. I tried to love somebody else, but I couldn't learn to lie. Nobody fits the spaces that you carved beneath my sky. I swear I hear your footsteps when the midnight wind blows through, and every loneliness I feel is shaped exactly like you. I keep trying to walk forward, but every road bends to the past. Some loves don't disappear, some loves were made to last. If forever means without you, then forever feels like hell. If healing means forgetting you, then I'd rather never heal. If peace means letting go, then peace was never real, because loving you is the only thing I'll still feel. Eternal memory, you're the ghost that feels alive in me. Every heartbeat, every tear keeps you wrapped around my history. If the world You're the part of me I'll never free. Whisper your name into the night again, not to bring you back, but to remember who I am. Because loving you is the only thing that time could never bend. The silence between us is louder than the day you walked away. Soft strings swell, breathing tight, then beat enters very gently. The night remembers every word we tried so hard to say. Your voice still lingers in the dark, like a shadow I can't escape. I trace the outlines of your name through the fog on my window pane, pretending you're still standing there, pretending things could feel the same. Your memories fall like broken glass, sharp enough to cut me clean. I breathe you in with every tear, your ghost still living in between. And I still wait for something, a sound, a breath, a sign, but all I hear is quiet in the space you left behind. The silence between us speaks louder than the words we never say. The distance around us feels heavier with every passing day. You're close enough to haunt me, too far for me to touch. The silence between us is hurting me too much. I wander through the questions that never found a home. Our promises are echoes now, and I face them all alone. Your photograph keeps staring with the eyes that knew me well, and every time I look at it, I fall into the spell. The places where you held my hand still tremble in my skin. I never learned to let you go, I only learned to miss again. If love was meant to set us free, why do I feel so tired? Why does your absence feel like you are standing by my side? The silence between us, a prison made of memories we keep. world refuses to be gone. Tell me why the quiet hurts when the night keeps moving on. The silence between us, it echoes through the rooms you used to fill. The quiet inside us is louder than the words we never will. If time could pull us closer, I'd break the clock in two. The silence between us still sounds a lot like you. I whisper to the shadows, but shadows never learn. I wait for you in silence, in hopes that you'll return. But silence doesn't answer, it only lets me drown in all the things we could have been if we never laid love down. And so I keep on listening to the silence between us now. I'm still broken in your shadow, where your silence never fades. Every memory cuts deeper in the place you walked away. The night falls heavy on this empty room. Your footsteps echo like a quiet doom. I trace the outlines where your warmth once stayed, but now it's only darkness that you're leaving me. Picture shivers on the window pane, like even memories tremble from the pain. I breathe your name into the broken glass, but nothing answers, only fading past. I tried to rebuild the parts you left hollow, but every path I take still pulls me to your shadow. I'm still broken in your shadow, where the night refuses to let go. Every heartbeat feels so shallow, trying to live a life you'll never know. I keep falling through the echoes, every whisper pulls me low. You're the place I'll never climb from, broken in your shadow. I find your ghost in every tired song, the ones we played when nights were long. Your laughter lives in corners of my mind, a cruel reminder of the love I couldn't bind. The scars you gave don't fade with time, they grow like cracks in fragile rhyme. with threads of sorrow, but nothing holds when you're the one I follow. I'm still broken in your shadow, where the rain keeps falling slow. Even healing feels like battle in the places you still glow. Your fading light still hurts me, even if you'll never know. I'm a story left unfinished, broken in your shadow. Pieces of you, every road I choose leads back to the truth. You're left without warning, but your echo stayed, and I keep breaking in the shape you made. Broken in your shadow, where your silence carved its name. Every heartbeat trembles softly, like a candle in the rain. If I ever rise tomorrow, I'll still carry all the pain, 'cause I'm forever tied to moments that I'll never get again. Broken in your shadow, your shadow lingers softly, long after you are gone. And even when the night gives in, I'm still holding on. Night falls slow, like a whisper made of pain, and every streetlight flickers softly, calling out your name. This empty road remembers us the way we used to breathe, two shadows tangled in a moment we were never meant to keep. The echo of your laughter moves like thunder in my chest, a ghost that walks beside me when the world refuses rest. I trace the shape of memories you carved into my skin, and wonder if you ever think of what we might have been. I tried to bury all the pieces, but the night digs them again. And in the silence that you left me, I keep hearing what we were then, where the night still knows your name. like a fading photograph. I never could explain the moments we abandoned, keep returning unannounced. They linger like the sorrow in a promise unrenounced. I tell myself it's over now, but truth won't let me through. The nights are full of memories, and all of them are you. Where the night still knows your name, you're the echo I became. Every shadow holds your face, every storm repeats the blame. I'm still standing in the frame. Where all our ghosts remain. Your voice still lives in corners where I hid my softer truth. I lost the man I tried to be, still searching for the proof that I can live without you, that I can breathe again. But every night I fall apart the way I fell back then, where the night still knows your name, and nothing feels the same. I still wait for you in shadows, even though I know you came only to leave a deeper flame. I remain where the night still knows your name. And until this darkness breaks, I'll stay where the night still knows your name. You had 1,000 chances.